Hey guys, welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, we are going to be reviewing In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. Now, this is her first traditionally published book, and that is so exciting. So I first discovered Chelsea Curto through the DC Star series last year when I was getting into my hockey romance era, and that's kind of like basically all I was reading, and I really enjoyed all of the DC Star series. And I hesitated to pre-order In Stormy Weather because right around when I was debating pre-ordering In Stormy Weather, I was mainly reading hockey romance and cowboy romance, and I wasn't really reading any other contemporary romance. Those are the two romances that I liked. Those are like my comfort zones, and I wasn't really expanding and going beyond that. I kind of like started by reading any sort of contemporary romance, and then I like went to hockey romance, and then I expanded to hockey and cowboy, and then I was like, that's all I'm gonna read. But then I was like, you know what? I really enjoyed the DC Star series, so why don't I pre-order it? I pre-ordered it, and then as time went on, the hype for this kept growing. There were some people who got our copies and were like, this was their favorite book of the year. They really enjoyed it so much. I was like, I literally cannot wait to receive it. So I received it like the day after it came out. So it came out on July 14th, so I got it on July 15th, and then by July 16th I had finished it. It was so fantastic. I gave this one a solid 5 stars. Now this one is a rivals to lovers. It also has so it's like the one bed trope, but it's the one bathtub trope, because they kind of treat the bathtub as a bed because they're like storm chasers who are also meteorologists. So let me give you the general rundown of the book. So it follows Quincy Monroe and Sebastian Dunn. So Quincy Monroe, she is an independent meteorologist who has a PhD in meteorologist. And she has her own show that she has on Instagram called The Rainy Day Show. And she goes live like every day at 9 a.m. And then we have Sebastian Dunn, who is the nightly meteorologist for ABC News. He has basically come back to Florida, to the town that he lived in, to do a documentary on like hurricanes for ABC. Basically, he's kind of felt like burnt out at his job. He really feels like he wants to be more like in the field, actively doing the work, and also like helping the people post hurricane. And so he kind of like pitches this documentary to ABC, a sort of a way to get back out in the field. And so then he has up until like October 15th he has from like June, like middle of June to like October 15th to be able to film this entire documentary. So basically him and Quincy are like rivals. They just like take jabs at each other and stuff. But we slowly learned that he's never really like felt like she was a rival. They're actually like friends. So his sister is one of her best friends. And he just like always has sort of like had a thing for her, whether it was in school, middle school, high school, and then college. We actually learn in the book that the reason why he went to study meteorology is because she studied meteorology and he had a thing for her. And he said multiple times that he feels like she is so much smarter than he is, like she's a genius. And there's a scene that's really great in here. It's when she basically is going for an interview at the National Weather Service, so NWS. He is also going for an interview. They basically both passed round 1, and so round 2 is like a panel where they interview all of the people, and you have to like do a presentation and everything. They interview all the people like in the same room. And so at this panel, they were asking her very like educational questions, like about the storm and about her project her presentation that she had ready for this, and all of those questions. And then because he is a nightly meteorologist on like ABC News, they ask him questions like, oh, have you ever flown on a private jet? Have you ever met like a celebrity? What was that like? And like, what is this like? And what is it like to film on nightly news? And like completely like irrelevant questions to the job, while they're asking her like serious, like more like in-depth questions. And so he just kind of like, yo, like, no, like that's not okay. If you're going to like really quiz her, then you should also really quiz me. He goes off and he's like, I don't actually want to work here if this is the type of like workplace that you foster, where like you're tougher on the women than you are on like the men. And so I really like that scene, because I always like it when the male main character just like goes to bat for the woman, whether it's against her ex or whether it's in a situation like this or any kind of situation where he just like goes off for her. I really liked that. And then they end up storm chasing together, and that's how you get the like one bed trope, which is actually like the one bathtub trope. At first when I saw that, because like when Chelsea Curto kept advertising, she kept advertising the one bathtub trope, but I'm like, a lot of places only have one bathtub. I'm like kind of confused by the whole one bathtub trope, and then I kind of get it because they treat it like a bed, so then it's like kind of like the one bed trope as like the one bathtub trope. Anyway, I really enjoyed it so much, and it actually makes me want to pick up other books where you have two meteorologists that are like storm chaser that like fall in love. And there's some like cute moments. Like there's a moment where like he comes on her show and she just like asks him a bunch of questions, and they ask each other questions, and there's like different like scenes, there's different parts in the book where like you get to see like the comments on her social account, like here. Like this is kind of like showing you some of the comments. And it's fun because some people make comments on like how they look at each other, and then it's like the audience can see them like falling in love before like they realize they are. So yeah, again, a 5-star book. I really enjoyed it, and I think it lived up to the hype. So if you have been seeing a lot of people hype this book up on TikTok and you have been wondering whether you should read it or not, I highly think you do. I also think like pretty much every Chelsea Curto book I've read has slapped. So I feel like Chelsea Curto like rarely ever misses. I think she's like an auto by author for me at this point. So I think she mentioned she's currently writing in Stormy Weather 2, the second book in this series. So like, I'm so excited, and I will pre-order it as soon as that's available. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book, and that is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you would like to see more videos like this one, you can hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. And that is all for this video. Bye!